Hi everybody, what's going on? Oh, fade mode, okay. Well, we're here. We're in Egypt on the first day. I've just come back to the room to get some stuff, so I thought while we're here, the room's clean because it's just been tidied. I'd show you a little bit around the room, and obviously because the wife's not here, wandering around half naked, which, wouldn't wish that on anybody, except me. She's mine. Anyway, let me just flip that screen around if I can. I'll click it around. Turn it around here. So, this is our balcony, all very balcony-fied. That's the view from our balcony. So we've got that's the kiddies pool, that's the quiet pool down there, out to sea. So yeah, nice view. The room itself is, bedside things, usual stuff, pretty much typical of most Egyptian hotels, to be honest. Not too, also first day, so it hasn't got too messy yet. All the usual paraphernalia, the bathroom, all the bathroom stuff. Oh, that get in the window, in the mirror even. Yeah, so bathroom, shower. Been to this hotel before, so we know the rooms are good. So, yeah, anyway, that's a stop in here. And it is probably about 38 at the moment. Drops down to probably a cool 28 degrees at night, so it's not cold. Anyways, I will catch you all on the next update. So this is it's about 6:30 in the morning now, so I'll keep my voice down, but I'm just heading up to get a coffee. So this is just the walk up that we do every day up to the restaurant, and yeah, it's a pretty hotel, but most Egyptian hotels are. They're like little oases in the desert, and yeah, what can you say about it really? It's very green, lots of flowers, constant groundskeepers. The gardening staff are pretty much at it every day around here. Without them, it just, all this grass would not be here. None of this would be here. But yeah, I need my early morning coffee because later on today we are going diving. Yeah, I'm going to take you with me, do a bit of scuba, show you the fish. Maybe we'll be lucky bump into Sebastian and go under the sea. No, maybe not. I'll not do any more singing. Anyway, yeah, so up ahead, that building there is the reception, the one directly ahead of us. The shadow, I love that shadow. This time in the morning, the shadow on the wall looks like a giant spider's web. And I don't know if it's by design, but it's effective. And then you get around here, you start getting all these tables. This is the main bar area. So then you head through to the restaurant through that arch, through directly ahead of us. But yeah, this is the main bar area. Got a nice cup of coffee here in the morning, and other drinks in the evening. And well, I will see you on the boat. Bye for now. Well, it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm just having a little wander around, so I thought I'd give you a tour of some of the rest of the resort. So this is the pool bar that you can see from out of our window. It's very nice this time of year. It's not so good in the winter times. December, when we're here, absolutely freezing. It's not a heated pool, so yeah, down there, over that way is a spa and the quad bikes. Let's go and grab those. And crows. The wildlife around here is quite entertaining, actually. There's a hawk, and when the tide's in, you'll get an ibis, not an ibis, a heron, wading in the sea fishing. So then you got the little shops on the beach. Like most Egyptian shops do tend to try and basically rip you off. But that's what you expect. So, and the beach itself. That up front is the beach bar, beach restaurant, so you can get lunch there if you want. Usual fare, burgers, chips, pizza, salad, all that kind of stuff. reduced menu. You go up to the main restaurant for a full lunch, and then past that you can see the blue, that's the dive centre. And then on this side we've got the main pool. So this pool's not heated, but the pool bar's further up there is the next one. Is heated. It's heated in the winter. I don't know whether they bother heating it this time of year because it's too warm anyway. So it doesn't need. Oh, great. So yeah, and at the top of there, that'll take you back through to the restaurant and bar area. So it's a nice resort. I think I said earlier, it's probably not the most opulent resort you could attend or go to in Egypt, but it's friendly, and to me that's probably more important than having, you know, opulence. I mean, it is 5-star, don't get me wrong. You know, going downhill and having a 4-star, oh no. But yeah, the Egyptians tend to treat stars very much as optional. Anyway, yeah, that's the rest of the pool's there. You can see the bar, that's the other pool bar there. And yeah, I will see you later. Okay, day 3, and today we're going quad biking in the desert. So taking the action cam, should get some fairly stupid footage, so we'll see how we go. See you on the desert. So quad biking in Egypt, what's it all about? Well, it's about fun. Now, I've speeded up the footage for the majority of this clip to 5 times, and I do apologise for the shakiness of some bits of it, especially when we hit the desert, because the camera was strapped to my hand, basically. But if you're going quad biking in Egypt, avoid the large excursions, because we did it in Sharm several years ago, and we ended up at what could only be described as a stable for quad bikes. Went out in a party of 50 quad bikes in a line and barely got above 10-15 miles per hour. Was really slow, was a horrendous experience. That's after like an hour's trip out on a coach and all of this. If you can do it at the actual hotel, as we've done here with a small group, well, it's a private group actually, just the 5 of us, we booked the entire trip for ourselves, you will get a much better experience. You do have this drive out of the hotel, obviously, and then eventually you get out into the desert, and you know it's well worth the experience. Now this bit I brought down to normal speed just because the Egyptians, now that's one of our guides on the back of Roger's quad there, and the Egyptians have absolutely no sense of health and safety. When he realised that I was recording, because he was recording me of course for the DVD that they tried to sell you, this is what they end up doing. So yeah, health and safety at work officers, to avert your eyes basically. But it was pretty nice little dismount there, you know, in flip-flops no less, so, well, sandals. But yeah, that's one of our guides there taking us out. And I've cut out the bit of the road, just this is where we got off the road into the desert, and it does get very shaky here, but once you get out into the desert, you start getting speed. You're probably doing 40-50 miles an hour. It is very lumpy. You will probably end up wishing you were not a man, if you're a man of course. If you're a woman you're fine. But you start to realise just what the word desert means. when you get out here and you can see nothing in all directions except sand. I mean, the crazy thing is, you know instinctively you're only a mile or so away from the coast, and obviously with us being on the Egyptian Hurghada coast, you know, head west and you will reach the sea. And if you then go north from the sea, you will reach civilization. But, oh man, that's very lumpy there. But, yeah, the other tip I would say, if you are going to Egypt and you are going to purchase trips, especially from the guys who come around selling trips, take euros or sterling to buy these. They will typically quote you in sterling or euros, once they work out what nationality you are. And if you take Egyptian, what they will do, and what they did to me actually on a number of occasions, is they will sit there and they'll do the calculation for the exchange rate. But the exchange rate will be moderately in their favour. So, for example, I think I paid 10 Egyptian pounds to the pound, give or take, and the exchange rate they quoted was 12. So you end up paying slightly more for the same trip. And haggle. These guys haggle all the time. It's in their nature. The other thing to be aware of if you're going quad biking is the price generally, unless you haggle it in with the ticket holder, does not include the scarf. Now while you're out there you are going to get a couple of stops. So we stopped at the coast here, and you really do get a feel for just the sheer rugged beauty of Egypt when you get to something like that. I mean, the desert itself is really beautiful. But when you hit this coastline and you can see the sea just crashing in, and it's beautiful sea, it is really clear, and yeah, it's beyond words really. It is. I mean, the pictures speak for themselves. Oh, you lost him again. There. Look for the shell that's walking around, Kath.
Oh, hell's bells.
Darling, I'm going to put it on your top. Hang on. Oh. Okay, so while I was in Egypt, obviously, as you can see from the pictures, I went on a dive. This was my buddy, also happened to be the instructor, so I was in good hands. Of course, it's a bit rusty. A couple of years since I last dived, so yeah. But diving in Egypt, well, the Red Sea is probably one of the best dive sites, with easy access for me certainly. Obviously Great Barrier Reef, not a prayer. And this, you can see here, we're just, I was having difficulty actually sinking. I got 12 kilos of lead on to give me some weight, but 12 wasn't enough, so you can see I'm just having an extra kilo popped in my pocket. And yeah, but the undersea landscape down here is absolutely gorgeous. The colours appear a bit washed out, and that is because we're diving here at about 18 metres, and at 10 metres all the red light out of sunlight has been filtered out. At 20 metres I think the can't remember which colour it goes, but so you do get a kind of a washed out colour. And I know some of the other guys who were on the dive had like little red filters on their cameras. That little chink 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 sound, that's the dive master just keeping attention. He has like a tube with some little metal things in, and he rattles them and they make things. Now, I never noticed that little. That's a pufferfish, I think. I don't know. But yeah, it was such a tranquil feeling, such an incredible feeling, the feeling of diving. Now, unfortunately, I had the same difficulties I had when I took my PADI license with equalising my ear pressure. So I was having not as fun a dive as I would have liked, and I was supposed to have 2 dives, but I only actually achieved 1 ultimately. So yeah, but the corals and the fish down here are just spectacular to look at, and for the most part largely tame. Oh, there's a lesser spotted Sid fish waving hello. And yeah, what else can you say about it? I mean, the dive itself was relatively inexpensive. I think it came in at about £65 sterling for 2 dives. Obviously I only managed 1, but that was not their fault, that was my fault. And that kind of horrible grinding noise you can hear going over is a boat. So the sound travels really far underwater, and it's such a strange, muffled, muted sound. It's beautiful. Oh, some angelfish. Little, well, shoal, I suppose, not a flock. That would be birds. And as we were going around, I mean, I've kind of picked some of the better shots really with some of the more fish. Not as many fish as I'm used to be honest. On previous dives and snorkeling, then I have certainly seen more and bigger variety, but you know, it wasn't a bad dive site. Now that is what I'm called is a snake garden. They are cornet fish, and when they bunch together like that, it's a snake garden. And then some other fish, more fish, fish, more fish. So if you do go to Egypt and you can dive, definitely go on a dive. Oh, I found Nemo. There you go. If you can't dive, snorkel. The house reefs of the hotels are pretty good. So yeah, that was my diving experience really, and
please don't go recording me.
So I just press it once?
Yes, I'll tell you it's recording.
Oh, okay.
And I can't look at you properly. The sun's in my face.
Say something.
Say something like.
Do your introduction.
I'm not doing this. I'm not going to even use the footage.
Hey?
I'm not even going to use the footage.
I bet you will.
Better well.
Michael, say something.
Good.
I'm going to go around the bar now.
I'm going to go out and see my
Yeah.
mum.
Yeah.
Ist gut.
Ouch.
Nice, it's nice, yeah. Hello. You okay?
Cracking.
Okay, after finish for putting you bring for 10 English pound, huh? Okay.
40. 13.29.
Put it down, darlings.
No.
You're not with the BBC, you know.
I'm not.
Put a finger on it.
so that's it. That was my little vlog from Egypt. And what better way to end it than the sunset over the desert. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully my first attempt at a vlog was okay, and until next time, bye for now.